Hello and welcome to another Gemini Rogues video. We are on the next instalment of Top 5 Tier 5.
You fuck this up every time we do it.
Okay, let me do it again.
Top 5 Tier 5.
Top 5 Tier 5 Tank Destroyers.
Yeah.
What is it?
Number 2.
Oh yeah, of course, sorry. Number 2, and it is...
AT2.
AT2. Come on then.
All right then.
Nice one. Yeah, I'm ready.
Nice and smooth. Straight into it.
Sorted it now. We're
Right.
sorted. Go on then. So it's an AT2. It's our number 2 top 5 Tier 5 Tank Destroyer. And tell us why. Tell me why it's number 2.
Well, I'm going to start with a little bit of a background on it. Bagging nothing. It's a prototype. Never got made. Never saw production in the slightest. It did lead to the tortoise that you do see at Tier 9.
Tortoise.
This was like the baby tortoise in a way. And you see that all the way through 8, 7, 15. All the way through
so this
to
is like
tortoise.
the first.
The tortoise was the final.
Yeah, first
outcome.
of the line. Okay. Never made production.
And they all play pretty similar. From now on, from the AT2 onwards, it's all going to be pretty similar.
Ah, okay.
So we're going to get the same style of play. So if you like the AT2, you're going to like the line pretty much until you get to the end and it changes completely and you get Death Star at Tier 10.
Death Star.
But up till then, they're all pretty similar. Why it's at number 2, it don't play like any of the other tank destroyers at Tier 5
Okay.
in any way, shape or form.
Why is it better?
You're not
then?
sitting at back sniping in this thing. It's a battering ram. It's got the most armour out of any Tier 5 tank.
Most armour.
Talking 203 frontal armour.
That's very good.
And even 101 on the side and rear.
That's very
This
good.
thing can carry a match. It can be a complete pain in the arse at times for oppositions.
Can it move well for big un then?
No.
No.
Its mobility is a drawback of it, but
Okay.
you've got to plough forward
Has
with
it
it.
got a big gun?
No.
No.
It's armour. It's all armour.
It's got a good view range.
But, no.
No. Okay.
You don't need a good view range when you're battering ramming down door. You're knocking that door. It's like a battering ram, this thing. It's made for frontline brawling, but not too frontliney because you can get flanked easy because it traverses pretty badly on itself. But that armour is awesome.
So it's number 2 cars.
Let's see. Straight into
Let's
clips.
have a look. This is
Lakeville.
Lakeville, isn't it?
Lakeville, and
you're
straight
going
away you
down.
notice there's 5 artillery at enemy team. In the slow tank, 5 artillery. I want them dead. That's basically what I thought straight away in this match.
No one drives down here. Why are you
No, I
driving
wanted
down
them
here?
dead straight away, so I'm ploughing on straight forwards, straight across this top ridge, because with the AT2, its armour's good,
Yeah.
but it's got weak spots. The biggest weak spot it's got is the cupola on the top.
Cupola. So what's the other name for that?
Cupola.
Cupola. That's just in case no one understands.
So in a way, you want to
Cupola.
be fighting close up, but from a distance, if that kind of makes sense. You fight them on your terms.
Yeah,
It's the best way to get the best out of the tank. I mean, you can see here, it's not the best tank for sitting at a distance and sniping.
It's got
with.
nice reload.
Fire rate's fantastic. Damage is not great. 75.
Okay. What's the DPM?
The DPM's quite high, but it's getting somebody to sit there and take
true.
it is the
Yeah,
problem.
true as that.
I mean, 110 pen.
Yes, medium.
Not yet. Or 180 on APCR, which is quite good.
Yeah, it's a big difference. that.
Yeah, very big difference. 75 damage on both of them, and then 30 penetration on your HE.
You're not
which is
carrying
very
any
good.
HE. What's that all
There's
about?
no point.
No
30
point.
penetration on just 100 damage. So for risking not penetrating, you get 25 more damage. So
there's no
I don't even take it.
No point.
And you were fighting close quarters. You're not going to be flanking. You're not going to be getting
No.
HE shots into the side of someone. We can see it can just.
Yeah, just storms through, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
If someone's panicking in front of an AT2, you're dead already. You've got to stop, pick its weak spot, and even then it might not be enough.
Yeah.
Kind of get out of the way of the front of one of these things. And we've
Yeah.
always made, like I said before, the cupola on the top, we see it sticking out now.
Yeah, it's quite
around the
pitched.
top, that is where you want to hit it. It has got other weak spots on front, one of the gun mantlets on the front, but it's tiny. It's not,
Tiny.
trying to hit that thing is just stupid. You might as well get that big cupola on top.
So
Here we go, we found out the artillery. You can see if you range it bad, we
Yeah,
spotted them all the way back there. Now we're mincing through. I mean, this is, you see what I mean with gun here with damage. 3 shots to kill an artillery.
yeah, what's that, tier 4 or 3 artillery?
You can see we've got more shots coming in. You can see the armour coming in to its own here now. Even artillery shots. I know they're not hitting us, but they do eventually.
Ooh,
Yeah, what?
yeah. Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going, keep ploughing on. Bring it on. I mean, we want to get rid of it. I mean, I hate artillery. I'm not going to lie to you. And to get 5 in a match, I can't miss this opportunity to try and get 5 in before.
Sky pigs,
I'm going for it. I'm having it. This is it. There you go. Take a whack. What we lost there. Is it
Not a great
49
deal.
damage?
Do you believe it is?
49 damage for a direct hit. Keep bringing it. Bring it. And we're
Yeah,
just ploughing
keep
on.
going in.
This is why it's all about AT2. This is why it's a good tank. It's user friendly. You don't need no skill set. You don't need anything. You can pick this tank up straight out at bat. If it's your first tier 5 tank, just plough forward.
Would this make me look good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
if people don't know its weak spots,
make it look good.
You can sit there and pretty much bounce everything they can throw at you.
Okay.
The 203 frontal armour.
That's very nice.
I mean, even tier 7 tanks are going to struggle to pen you. Some tier 6 mediums with APCR rounds aren't going to be able to pen in front of you.
True.
That's how strong this armour is.
Ooh,
That's it.
nice.
That's number 4 artillery gone. Lies. I do like getting rid of artillery, especially when I've been playing AT2 for a bit. Pain in the arse because you're so slow. So I'd fit a spore liner as well, just on that point. Just because artillery loves to shoot at things that don't move very quick. Even if they can't pen them or do much damage to them, they'll still keep shooting away at you. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And you can just see how user-friendly it is. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just pretty much driving forward and shooting whatever's spotted. That's what an AT2 does.
Yeah.
Its danger is getting flanked. We can see here in a minute, we're trying to turn now back round this building.
Yeah, it's a bit.
You can get round it really easy. You don't need a fast tank to flank it.
No.
And like I say, the side armour's not exactly weak. 101 mils not to be dismissed. It can bounce shots, especially if you angle it. If it's slight angles, nothing's going to really be able to pen you.
What's the turret thing? What's the armour on that?
The front.
Well, any of it?
Yeah, it's 203 on the front because it's all one sheet of metal, and it's 101 all on the sides as well.
What, the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
No wonder we struggle with
yeah. There you go, look at that, Dimitri's medal.
Yeah, nice, very nice.
You gotta like them getting rid of artillery.
There's no wrong with
like I say, you can see how it struggles to get damage done.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just shot after shot. You feel like you've done like 20 shots and you've done hardly any damage because you're doing 75 at a time. The gun's fairly accurate. I mean, we're going to see this next game. We're on Dukla Pass.
Okay, better Dukla Pass, straight in.
We're going to show how sometimes a match can get away from you and you can fall away by just the sheer mobility.
Okay.
You can't get into the action. You can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
It's a perfect, if you can get like a defend defend assault match and you're defending, well, yeah, you're going to have a field day when they're all coming to you one at a time.
Are we saying this is map dependent?
Not really, because
it
works on both levels.
Okay.
In a big map like this where it's wide open and you can see things coming at you, see we're bouncing shots off it, they soon back up when you put one in. It can hide its weak spots easier.
Yeah.
You trying to hit a cupola on this thing from 200 metres, it's not easy.
No, that's very true.
I mean, you're going to struggle with your penetration, but so on a big map, it works in your favour that way. On a street map, they've got to pop out in front of you and you can use that armour. They're going to be panicking because the fire rate's that quick, it can make players panic. So a street map's perfect for it as well. And this is it. You find targets, just drive at them.
Yeah.
Drive at them, and we're going to see if you angle your armour and you hide your weak spots and you try and hide yourself away and take on one target at a time.
Okay.
That's probably my best advice to you.
So, does it help angling this thing then?
Yeah, slight angle, because your side armour's pretty strong as well. So if you get a slight angle, but they're not really going to pen you anyway. So angling's not really an issue. Even face on is going to struggle to pen you, but you can do that added bit because they're just going to go for your cupola. The cupola on the top is the biggest weak spot on this tank. That's the fire rate again here.
So technically that's the easiest way to kill it then, cupola, if you can hit it.
It's the biggest weak spot on the tank.
Yeah, which is quite small though.
Yeah.
Like you say, out of distance.
You can see it, we're bouncing shots, we're bouncing shots, we're bouncing shots.
Out of distance, it's hard to hit, especially when you're moving. Saying that, it's hard to hit close up because you've actually got to physically aim in and hit it.
The other thing, if you're sat there in front of it, aiming in its cupola, its fire rate is mincing shots into your left, right and centre. So it's going to get its own back on you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, don't do it.
To fight this thing, you've got to get out of the way in front of it.
Yeah, get round.
Get around it. It's easy to get around. Look how slow it turns. He's not going to be stopping you getting right back of him. Just be careful. That's why it's good on a street map. Again,
it blocks.
Because if you're on a street, you can't get round him.
Yeah.
He's just going to turn to face you, back up against the wall, and he's going to be spinning, and you've got nowhere to go. He's going to be face onto you again.
Good point, yeah.
But that is a little bit of a drawback with the tank. It's easy to blow its tracks off. Similar to the Churchill, tracks are vulnerable. So if you come across one of these things, first shot, track him.
Yeah.
Then either let somebody else do the work for you after you've tracked him, get your tracking damage on him if you can't get around him yourself, but track him. Immobilise him.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do.
What about playing it then? You're saying it's easy to,
It's easy tank to play. It's user friendly. You know, like the Death Toast, you've got no map knowledge. You've got no, this thing. Just find a target, drive at it, kill it.
Yeah. So any map really, street, open.
Yeah, it's good for. It's got its plus points. It can work both ways in either one. I mean, this is just a drawback. I mean, look how much health bar coming down there.
Yeah.
It's minute. And this is only a tier 5 tank. When you're talking this thing, it's tier 7. When you shoot a tiger, you hardly even notice it's been shot.
It's just a slight
it's like a gnat's just took a little nibble at his bum or something like that. That's if you pen it. So tier 7 matches, it kind of loses its sparkle. The gun struggles and the armour falls down a bit because of the penetration of the guns you come across. But tier 5 games, you can get Caliban mass medals in AT2s. You can carry a match in an AT2. It can be a right pain in the arse.
Yeah.
And you must have come across them yourself at some point.
Oh God, I have definitely.
Christ, that's an AT2 there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these guys and these Churchills. I mean, we've been sat here now, God knows how long, we're putting shot after shot into them, and I don't think we've took any damage. They keep tracking me, like, I don't know what they think it's going to do.
It's poly, I don't know.
Yeah, they need to get round me, and eventually you can see that is the drawback of this tank. I'm trying to keep everything in front of me, but you can see behind us, we're only tank left in, they're all round us. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, you've done well to last the longest, but you've not actually been hiding.
No, that's the beauty of this tank. It's not. That's what I mean by it's user friendly. You've not got to work a ridge line. You've not got to hide a weak spot.
Yeah.
You can't hide that cupola. Don't even try unless you've got a bridge above you. You're pretty much pointless. You don't have to think about anything other than shooting.
Yeah.
They're going to get you eventually. You can't do a lot about it. See this Churchill right up behind us now. They're all coming now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you're like one against.
You can only face one at a time.
Yeah. No, it's very good. It definitely showed us what you can do.
I mean, you can see here, all them shots, vast amounts, 24 penetrating shots, and still not even 2,000 damage. We saw with the Death Toaster, 11 shots for 2,500 damage.
Yeah.
You can see how, and we blocked 2,500 damage nearly on that.
Yeah.
If ever an operation comes up and it requires a steel wall to be earned, get the AT2 out. It's guaranteed. It's a near enough guaranteed steel wall medal every time you take it out.
So you're kind of convincing me why this is number 2. Your number 1's got to be good to beat this, hasn't it?
I mean, that's the beauty. It's not a brilliant tank. It's got its flaws. We've spoke about its mobility as a flaw. So flanking it is just it happens all the time. You're going to get stressed out with it.
Yeah.
But it can be fun.
Oh yeah, it looks fun.
Here we go, Ghost Town now. This is the last clip we've got. And we're going to show you what happens when you get a douche team.
Take that tree down easy, look. Yeah, so you're still not packing any HE.
Yes, we spoke about it here. You can see here the view range. We spot a few targets. 310 metre view range.
Yeah.
310, so it's neither here nor there. You talk. Wolverine's got 370, so it's not exactly binos on tracks, but it can hold its own in the visibility wall.
Yeah.
550 metre signal range, which again is either here nor there.
Yeah, it's both medium, aren't they?
And we're going to see here, at a distance the gun can struggle with penetration and accuracy, but it's not horrific, it's manageable, and we can see we're still not taking no damage. We're taking shot after shot.
You're not even tucking away, are you?
No,
just staying in the same
that's what I say about
going forward.
You've got to watch out for artillery. That's one thing,
definitely.
but definitely take a spore liner. There's a bit of kit, just to reduce that chance of explosive damage. It's definitely worth it.
You're rolling steel wall basically. If your team played with you, then look what you can achieve.
It is a solid, proper solid tank. You can carry games in this. It is good enough to do that.
Definitely.
And you can see here now, you just switch targets effortlessly.
Yeah, definitely.
No point taking binos or a camo net on an AT2.
There you may as well.
You need to have them right up in your face.
I might as well. I'd rather have a rammer and a.
Yeah, you're not doing damage with this thing from a distance. Not at all. You know yourself. Sometimes you get that chance to put one shot in.
Yeah.
And if it's 75, what's the bloody hell's the point?
So what have you got then? You've got a rammer, you've got vents, and a spore line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see, I mean, even now, just a slight angle on the 40mm side armour on the T1 we're struggling to get through it. The gun's not brilliant. Sometimes it plays up, other times it can just go over for everything. You're like, what the hell's going off here?
So what's the millimeterage of the gun?
The gun. I'm not sure what I'm packing on this one, I'll have to have a look. But it's the top gun you can fit on the AT2, which is 110 penetration, we said, but 180 on the APCR, which is vastly improved.
Very good.
So it can cost you a bit to run an AT2, especially if you get in a tier 7 match, because 110 penetration is not.
No, it's not enough.
I mean, it's other cases you get with this thing is, you'll see me doing it later on. when you end up in a situation, pack your APCR. You can't afford not to penetrate.
Yeah.
You're not doing that much damage that you could afford to miss a shot. You need every shot to go in. So sometimes in situations, just pack it anyway. You can't risk not getting a shot.
Can this thing make silver?
It can. It's not bad because you can. I mean, you can see how much it blocks. It can do damage. It can get kills. It is a good, solid. I mean, easy to use tank.
I'm just thinking if you're using a lot of APCR, then you're gonna burn through your silver.
Yeah, you can do on a tier 7 match.
Yeah.
And this is another problem. You see his team down there, trying to support him is just, it's not an option. It's not fast enough.
No, you're on the wrong side.
Yeah.
And someone's telling you where to go.
Even though
they're not there.
Yeah. Now let's point out at this point that the guy sat near the base, I know the T-34's AFK, the other medium isn't.
He's not AFK.
And he's just leaving us to it.
Oh, okay. Perhaps he's watching everyone and learning.
Yeah.
We have told players to do that, just scope your team, see what they're doing.
Yeah, when you're dead. Not when you're still playing. He's still in game, he's just sat there watching, God knows what he's doing. His platoon teammate must have gone off and well, we'll see in a minute. I mean, we're talking 1.7 second aim time as well on this gun, 26 rounds a minute, and that's before you put equipment on or crew skills.
I'm quite looking forward to playing this AT2, I've not got it yet.
We're going to see here now that it can be easily dealt with.
Yeah.
People know what they're doing. This Rampanzer guy knows what he's doing. He's come out, he's took a shot, he's running off.
Yeah.
And we're bouncing another shot, bounce another shot. Every tank down there. We stupidly used a repair kit then when we didn't need to.
Oh no.
And that's going to cost us badly.
You took a gun away anyway, didn't you?
We can see now he's coming right back at us. We're going to try and back his way into this corner, but there you go, even a shot front rear there. Bounce.
Yeah.
Another bounce. He thinks about ramming us. We're trying to get that going. We need him out of the game. If we can get him out, we could possibly win this. And
pure nipple twist.
What do we do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Which one do you go for? Which one?
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I thought, I'll get this Rampanzer, bang, track, game over. No repair kits left.
How many can impact maximum? Two maximum?
Yeah. I stupidly used them when I didn't need to, so that was my fault, completely on me. And you can see that Rampanzer's got 24 health left. If only that medium, as we're going to see in a minute, had come and helped. Not this one, he's AFK, he can't do anything about it, he's not loaded into the game. But this guy, who's just leisurely having a good old look around, see what he can see. I'll have a little go forward. Where should I go?
No.
I can't be arsed.
No.
if he'd have chipped in, then maybe things could have been different in that game. That's just the kind of
Are we saying the
what teammates you're getting.
Is the AT2 player dependent?
No, it's user friendly.
Team dependent?
No, you can use it as a battering ram.
Yeah, true. Oh, it's not map dependent?
No, it suits any map. You can get most out of it. You can use it in different ways.
Okay, that's
why it's...
Give me some pluses and negatives.
Pluses at AT2.
Give us
it's
what
armour.
do we normally do first? What's that?
Pluses.
Plus. Go on. Give us pluses.
Pluses, it's armour. We've already said 203 mil on front, 101 on sides and rear.
That's a good positive.
That's a massive positive. And just to go with that, added on to that, the fact that it's hard to penetrate is it gets 100 more hit points than the other tier 5 heavies, 450 hit points.
That's good.
The fact that it's hard to pen, and then it gets even more hit points on top of that, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
High DPM, it's just getting that DPM in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you can carry a match in it. Is that good a tank
to
stand up? Yeah.
Last tank twice.
Its negatives, we've already spoke about the weak spots, the cupola.
Yeah.
It has got gun mallets a weak spot, but you try it in it. It's easy just to go for cupola.
Yeah.
Track it like we've said before.
Yeah.
It's got weak tracks. It's terrible at traversing, so it can be flanked easy.
Have we done all the positives?
Yeah. The positives are just pretty much the armour. There ain't much else to go at, really.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can say you can go into positives really of the fact that it's user friendly.
Yeah, no,
it's user friendly and not map dependent, so you can go out and have some fun in it.
Pretty good positives.
Yeah, you don't need to have an high skill set. You don't need to be a unicorn player to get good games in it. You can just take it out and have fun.
You can use it for stat padding.
No, it's not that good.
Not that good. Okay.
It's not going to go out and wreck everything. We've talked about negatives already, haven't we, with the traverse and the cupola and thing. High flanking, which you can get around it easy.
Yeah.
Tracks get blown off easy. It's got terrible gun damage.
It's quite low, isn't it?
Yeah. And penetration. If I were playing it, play style, distance but not distance.
Yeah.
You gauge it what you're up against to how far you think you're going to need to be away to protect that cupola.
Yeah, makes sense.
And always try to keep moving. Artillery's going to love you.
Yeah, you're slow, aren't you?
Yeah, and just gun can scare people over at fire rate sometimes. Just make the most of
Well,
it.
it's difficult to aim at that cupola.
It's always, sometimes, I wouldn't advise you to go on your own anyway.
Try and stick with your team.
Stick with your team.
Try to.
And that's difficult with a
In
speed.
tier 5.
So if you're setting off somewhere, make sure you set off quick so everyone
Yeah.
can catch you up, if you know what I mean. Kind of get a general gist of where
If
everyone's
you end
going.
up in a tier 3 game, you're stuffed again, aren't you? Because look how fast they tear arse around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could miss the action.
I don't think they'd be able to pen you, even if they got behind you, to be fair. That's our strong armour is, so I won't worry about it. I mean, I've had games where I've been trying to shoot Capo like hell from behind him and can't even pen it with your APCR round, so
true.
sometimes you don't have to worry about tier 3 tanks.
Good point.
So that's why the AT2 is where it is at number 2. It's user friendly, it's armed up to teeth, and it can deal damage.
Okay, I think we've covered it, and I think you've justified it because I've not played it. That's it then, Killers 05.
One more to go.
Number 1.
I think people can guess what that is by the fact that it's not been in it so
Don't
far.
say what it is.
Alright.
There's still a few left, but we did tell them what we're not using in the first video, so it might give it away.
It could be Archer.
Could be.
Quicker to drive backwards than it is
Has
forwards.
that got a French gearbox in it?
Yeah, it goes backwards faster than it goes forwards.
Anyway, well, let's say goodbye then. Thank you very much for watching. Catch us on Twitter at Gemini Rogues, and leave us a comment or tweet or even a suggestion for another video.
If you've got a tank you want us to review, more in depth. I mean, these aren't full in depth reviews we're doing here. We're just giving a quick
it's just a
skim over
rundown,
review.
really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay then. Thank you very much. Laters.